Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday, the 12th of February 2025. So short slammed, Bitcoin battered, break-evens burst higher ahead of today's CPI. The US dollar, Bitcoin, gold all clubbed like a baby seal today, which obviously is yesterday. US stocks finished mixed amid cautiousness as tariff remained in focus. And finally, what have we got? Stocks chop and bonds hit on more Trump tariffs tariff threats. Too many T's this morning. So the market's waiting for today's CPI numbers, isn't it? They're out at 1:30. You can see there 2.9 is what's forecast, and previous was 2.9. So see if the manipulated data, the CPI, comes out at the same price. Powell's testifying once more at 3 p.m. We've got crude oil inventories, and then Waller is going to spill the beans because that's what happens when Waller speaks. Right, let's move on and have a look at the markets and kick off with the Dow. So during yesterday's trading session, the market managed to trade sideways to higher there. Bit of weakness overnight, getting into a bit of a consolidation phase at the moment, waiting for news to drive prices higher. They attempted to do so at 2:30 yesterday and managed to move higher, obviously on what Powell was saying in front of the banking committee at 3 p.m. That helped to drive prices. Markets are currently below yesterday's close and high, and also the 200 MA in the 30-minute chart. So a bit of weakness there. The key thing across all timeframes is the market holds at the DP level, the daily pivot. So just a recap in the bigger time frame there in the weekly, we can see there that the price is not at the all-time highs at the moment. So let's just remove that one. So the all-time high, 45077. Speaking of new all-time highs, let's have a look at the DAX. So 22,000 was no problem. The new all-time high is 100 points higher than that, 22,114. Let's have a look at a monthly chart of the DAX, and you can see it's just parabolic, isn't it? Market vertical. It's the same for all of them. I mean, if you look back here, you've got the COVID move there, and then Liz Truss, and you can just see how many points this market's put on. It is, October. Let's just have a look and see how insane all of this is. So there's the move there from Liz Truss's resignation. 10,000 points. 10,287 points. That's a lot of points. And of course, the higher this goes, then you've got this sort of diminishing percentage returns, haven't you? It's got to move a lot more in order to get any return. So a massive shakeout is required in these markets. Otherwise, it's going to take a lot more to just keep moving the market higher, as I mentioned before. So the daily charts, you've got that 2214. The market's already there. Good CPI numbers today will continue to see the market move higher. 22,500 is the next upside target. Didn't do it straight off. I thought we were going to kick off and head straight to the 22,000, but we didn't. We had a bit of a pullback, and then the market went sort of mid-morning. But I'll show you that in more detail in just a moment. Market below yesterday's high, which of course is the all-time high now for this market. Let's have a look at the S&P and the FT100, which also made a new all-time high during yesterday. So the S&P is just chopping, as the headline said, choppy markets for the S&P 500. And again, you can see sideways in the morning, shakeout, Powell, and then moves higher. So it'll be interesting to see if Powell can carry on with the comments that drove the market yesterday, but then it doesn't really need it, does it? Because all of the algos and everything else just keep pumping the markets higher anyway. Speaking of higher, the FT100 made a new all-time high during yesterday. We are now heading to that 9,000 level, which I think is going to be where it may pause. But yesterday, 8792, very narrow range, and there was a bit of supply around there as well. Bit of selling pressure as the market tried to move higher. So look at the 30-minute chart, and again you can see the market having moved down to the DP and then moved back to the high of Monday, but overnight prices are sideways to lower there. In the US dollar, down yesterday, so you think this would be good news for gold and silver, but no, as it said in the headline, they were absolutely battered. So let's have a look at those. Starting off with silver, down to the 20 MA. As I've said this for the last few days, any move down in gold, silver will just fall out of bed, and that's what it did yesterday. I managed to recover though, and overnight there seems to be a bit of buying there. But yesterday afternoon, again, you can see. But then saying that, once the market got below 31.50, they soon bought into this market and brought prices back. Again, you can see sitting at the DP overnight at the moment, but again waiting for those CPI numbers. Gold had a bit of a pounding yesterday, but not a lot of selling going on there, so it's just a bit of a breather, and the price action overnight indicates this as well. The market's still strong and above the 5 MA there, which is the purple line. I'm just going to put in the all-time high for yesterday, and that was 29.42. We came down quite sharply. I think the low for yesterday was, that's the high, so the low 22.81. So yeah, down a good $50, but making progress back on the upside there. 30-minute chart, so just seeing them kick off on the upside there, down to yesterday's low, and again you can see the buying coming in there. Huge spike in volume there. Right, that's designed, of course, just to shake out a few of the weak longs as well. Let's have a look at the gold-silver ratio. And a peak yesterday up at the 92 level there, just above it, and a bit of red overnight, so silver managing to hold better than gold. Needs to do more than that. It needs to drastically move to the upside. The value for silver, once the lid is allowed to come off, whenever that is, it might not even be this time despite the problems with the COMEX and the LBMA in fulfilling orders. It could still be years before it's unleashed, but yeah, I mean 90 gold silver ratio is a joke. It should be $150 an ounce for silver based upon so-called experts, and currently it's not. So again, more confirmation of the manipulation of the prices. Right, let's have a look at yesterday's market action. So yesterday's 2-minute chart, the market was consolidated, waiting to head up towards the high. I spoke about this yesterday. The market sold off to begin with and then moved up to the high very quickly. Then it had to come back, and I thought we were off to the races then to complete the 22,000 in the morning session, which we didn't. We see the market pull back once more, back to the close, to the 200 MA. And then mid-morning, we see the market then start to make its move after retesting the 200 MA and the close once more, back through the high, and then chopping once more. We have the news, and again, the close is retested before we then start to move to the upside there through the high, and then on to the 200. And when we reach the 200 there, the red line, we see profit taking for a few minutes, as the market pulls back towards the high, which you'll see in a second. So the high is retested, that's the previous day's high, and then it consolidates, and then off we go again, and prices have continued to move to the upside. Once again, because the volatility has dropped, there's no signals there, but which is odd given how much we've had over the last few weeks. So the markets continue to just trade and hold at the moment. So up 114 points higher than the 22 there. Just bring this in on here. We've already looked at it, I know, but it's just worth looking one more time at that all-time high. See if it's been breached this morning. No. We've got the 22,114, so 114 points higher than the previous all-time high. So overnight, prices need to get back above the high and the close. Now they're sitting comfortably above 22,500 is the next upside target. And if you can think of anything that's going to stop these markets, then let me know, because I can't see anything that's going to stop it. And now Zelensky's supposed to be doing a deal with Putin over handing over some land. He could have done that in the first place and saved a lot of lives, but there you go, war makes money. And let's not get too political. But so yeah, that's going to be a boost to the European markets if that is the case and the deal comes off. Right, that's it for this one. Let's see what the CPI numbers are at 1:30. Have a great day, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.